Okay, I have here is a Singer Touch and Sew 2, model number 770. I had cleaned it, adjusted it, found that the bottom casing here at the bottom was not put in correctly and it was bent. Let's see if I can try to get this thing open so you guys can see it. Okay, the casing's supposed to go in this way. That's the casing here. Well, somehow this little bar right here got bent, so I had to rebend it back. And it needed to be readjusted by pushing it forward. I found that if this thing is pushed back this way and this lever is pushed this way, this bobbin casing won't go in and will not sew properly. And I don't really dabble too much in these sewing machines, these Singer sewing machines, because it's hard to get the schematics on these machines. But I sat there. She actually bring me the book, and which I'm so excited because it was inside the back of the book. Let me show you the book here. Let's see. Here is the book. Let's see if I can find that page in this book. It talks about this crazy little lever. If it's not in there correctly, oh boy, let me see if I can do this. It's really hard to do, and I want you guys to see this, okay? Alright, there's how to adjust it. You know, how to move the bobbin casing, how to replace the bobbin casing, how to make sure it's adjusted correctly. It's actually in the book. I think it's in page, 72. See? Page 72. And that's how I learned how to adjust this, because I was going crazy trying to figure out how to adjust this little guy in there. That's one thing I never could do because nobody would bring me their book, so I didn't know how to adjust it. But after I read that and said, oh wow, I can do this, and that little bar that was across this way, bends this way, was bent in, and it was underneath this thing. So when I bent that back and then put this little guy, this little lever is supposed to be here, and then there's a little lever here that has to be hooked into it. It's back in this way. In order for getting that thing to exactly stay in so I can stitch. So I did start stitching. I was totally amazed. And I got this on a higher speed because I hate going on low. And let's show you what it sounds like. See? And it's now sewing. After I learned how to, make sure the stitches correctly. And let's see, we go this way. I had it on basting, so I've now shrunk it down smaller. So now I have this thing sewing correctly. I'm very excited that I actually have this Singer sewing machine sewing correctly. I was totally amazed that I actually got it going, because I have so many times turned the sewing machine down and told people I cannot fix it unless I have the book. Got the book. The lady gave me the book. I was totally excited. Anyway, let's show you how this thing is threaded. You start up here and you have it rolling this way, so the thread comes this way into this little lever, okay, down this way, hooks up this way, and then up here, then down, so it stays on this little wire. Then it comes down and hooks around this area, then comes up here and hooks into that little hole here, comes down here and hooks into that area, then that area, and then the needle. Okay, and since it's a bottom feed, you don't have to like pull the thread through unless you really want to, because it will feed itself, which is really strange. This one has an adjuster right here. This is your foot adjuster, your foot down here, your foot, to make it, sew tougher, how it goes. I have it set up on maximum because I didn't know much about where to set it, but I thought, well, I'll give it a try. Here's her tension. I had reset 3 times before I had got it correctly, before it stopped making spaghetti. And this is some kind of, I'm not sure how to use all these things. I was just learning how to adjust it just enough that I know to get it to sew. This is high speed, this is low speed, and then this is off right in the center. Here's your reverse, back and forth. You push up and down, and then this is her length here. I think this is basically width here. There's 2 buttons. There's like a rolly button here, a rolly button here, and a rolly button here, a rolly button here. I don't know what they all do. I didn't fill around with it too much. I just wanted to get it to sew for this lady. And I got it sewing really proper and happy, and I hopefully she gets a lot of use out of this Singer sewing machine. So I'm very happy that the lady bring the book. See, when you guys bring me your books, this kind of like there's areas in it that people just don't read your book. If you read your book, you could adjust it yourself. But since I found that on page 72, and read how to adjust it, but I didn't know the spring doodad thing that was down here was bent inward. So when it was bent inward, I had to bend it back out, and then the darn bobbin starts staying in. I was totally excited. Anyway, I can't wait for her to pick this up, and I hope she enjoys her sewing machine because I got it running, and I'm very proud of myself I got it done. Have a blessed day. Keep following me. I'm really close to hitting that 100 mark. And like the videos. If you don't like the videos, don't hit that down button. Tell me why you don't like it. What do you want me to do it differently? This one does get cams. I didn't put no cams in to try the cam. See, this got cams and stitching and all that kind of stuff. She brought me the box. It was right here, which had everything in it, which I didn't even play with it too much. I just wanted to get it to sew properly so she can start making her mask and her family. Anyway, have a blessed day, and hopefully I'll hear from you guys soon, and I will show you another sewing machine. I got another one coming up that I'm going to be working on. Talk to you later.